Hey guys, me X here, and welcome back to more of Let's Play Earthbound. Last time, we just got done defeating the Electro Spectre, and in this part, we're gonna go right down into the main hall. Now, I just want to show that I changed around my equipment. Ness now holds the Night Pendant, with Paulo holding the Flame Pendant. Jeff right now has the Rain Pendant, but in this part, we're gonna get another item which would be much better for Jeff. Blue also has the Reddit foot, but I'm not equipping it because that lowers his defense. I'm just having that Reddit foot on standby. I'm also making sure to have at least a bit of inventory space in everybody's inventory, and be ready to fight with things that you may want to get rid of. But anyways, let's go on through here, jump down this hole, and here we are in the sanctuary. A lot of people like to call this the Light Bright Sanctuary because of all these lights going on, but it's almost kind of reminds me of a disco party. But yeah, Light Brights, we all get it. Everybody's healed. I'm Ness.
It's been a long road getting here. Soon I'll be... What will happen to us? What's happening? My thoughts are being written out on the wall. Or are they?
Ness saw a vision of his father holding him. What, you were held by a telephone?
Ness Cellstone recorded the melody of Lumine Hall.
Well, let's go ahead and use the Cellstone to listen to the whole song so far. One more measure to go in this 8-measure melody. Now, if you jump down this hole, make sure that you're very well prepared. I know that you can teleport here and teleport back, but still, I still recommend being prepared. That's why I ended the last video before going in. But anyways, I just want to say we're also very close to the next sanctuary. We're actually going to cover the final sanctuary in the next part. But anyways, make sure everybody's well equipped and fall down. And somehow, without breaking our legs, we landed here. This is the Lost Underworld, and this is where we're going to find the talking rock that we've been hearing about. I also like how we're about 3 pixels tall now. Those enemies right there, the enemies here are really tough, and once in a while you get an earthquake. This basically causes these geysers to rise. And this is our next new enemy, the Wetness-saur. It's actually pretty strong, having over 1,000 HP. Basically, just go ahead and use pretty much whatever you got. I think, let me actually see, I have a computer right up next to me. Yeah, you basically just want to use your standard attack, so I'll just go ahead and keep bashing. Just keep on using your bazooka. Heavy bazooka, yeah, I changed position because I changed the inventory, so heavy bazooka and attack. Try to keep your HP over 100, by the way. And it's really not that tough of an enemy, see? 1,000 HP isn't too much anyways, it's more of the enemy's defense we have to be concerned of. Now, there are a lot of items you can get here, however, I'm only gonna go ahead and get a few. Here's the geyser. Basically, if you go up to it, if you can, if you manage to go inside of it and wait for an earthquake, that's strange. You're supposed to end up right inside the geyser and it will restore your HP and PP. Yeah, there's also one red geyser in here which will cure your status ailments, but anyways, we're not concerned about that. Actually, I think an earthquake is bound to occur not too far here. Yeah, you basically want to align this sprite right over the water hole and plug it up. Here it comes. Energize you completely. Now we're fully healed. Very nice. It's very convenient, and this enemy right here is really annoying. Well, actually, there's a bit of an exaggeration. Make sure that Paula and Jeff have the flame pendant because they can use fire attacks, specifically fire beta. And it also starts off with a shield. Now, it also has a 128 chance of dropping the magic flying fan, which is a very powerful equipment for Paula and also boosts her guts. However, it's really not worth it since in the very same area you can buy a much better item and the guts may not even be worth it. Just go ahead and use the neutralizer because it takes longer because it destroys all shields, but at least it's more effective. Oh, it's a physical shield. Nice. Great. Everybody's gonna get hit. Except for Ness, because Jeff is thankfully tougher. See, because Paula has a flame pendant, it's not doing a whole lot of damage. '91, 3, because of the flame pendant. The flame pendants are very good. Luckily we have another teddy bear, but they're kind of pointless since enemies from here on out are pretty much gonna use your PSI attacks. Jeff, however, is pretty low, so I'm gonna have to use a life up on him. Beta. There we go. Problem is, since you're up so small, you also move pretty slow on the overworld, so yeah. Now, if you go over here, you get to find a brain food lunch, which would be good for poo, but instead, let's go ahead and read this billboard. In case of danger, evacuate here. The boss. Yeah, that's the person that holds the brain food lunch. But anyways, here's a Tendo right here. Strange things like hello and click, beep, 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 beep. Yeah, it's basically a phone. So I tell you a secret. Yeah, he just talks to you about the blue springs and the red springs that the red springs heal your status conditions, blue springs, HP and PP. Now if I could just get through here. Do 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 do. Now you basically want to go straight up through here. Because this is where you're gonna find that pendant I've been telling you about. Go ahead and go through this savannah-like area. And here you go. Giant present! It's about the same size of her body! Well, actually, this is about as small as the sprite resolution is gonna get. Now, goods. I believe Ness is holding the sea pendant. Help. It protects you from fire, freeze, and flash attacks. Now, I actually gonna say give that to Jeff. And after the boss, just go ahead and give that net to Ness. Ness is currently holding the night pendant, which protects against flash, which I'm gonna keep on, and goods. Jeff, go ahead and get that sea pendant. Also increases defense by a bit too. Nice. Now there's a guts capsule not from here. If you go straight south from here, you can get a Horn of Life, but I don't really find it pretty useful since I already gotten like Healing Omega as well as a couple of life noodles. Now if you go by this pod, you should go ahead and find that guts capsule and oh no, not you. Well, Pooh died, so I'm gonna go ahead and use Healing Gamma. I could use a couple of life noodles, but nah, why would I do that? There we go. And PSI, like a beta on Pooh. Now, I think that I could go through here. Yes, you can, and just up here should be your guts capsule, which I'll get for Ness. Okay, I can just go through these trees. Yeah, it looks like you can pass through them, but apparently you can't in some areas. There we go, got some guts. Now just to the left up here is that status ailment geyser, but instead you'll find that there's a fenced-in area right here. Well, let's go right over here. Somebody noticed us. You guys smell really good. Remember, I am tinned up. Hey, what are you doing inside our dinosaur cage? Yeah, relativity is pretty funny. I'm going to... I mean, like, are you inside the cage? Or is the entire world except for you is inside the cage? Very weird relativity. I'm the boss, so I'll let you out. Thank you for the tender crowd. And we... Office mouse surrounding the group is gone. It's funny. Now, this is the rock you need to talk to. But let's first read this sign. Don't feed the dinosaurs in the cage. Haha. We are saying to the tenant as above the ground. We seem different? Yeah, you know, the tenant up there are shy and don't like to talk. Don't you think that the tenant above has some particularly beautiful woman? I wouldn't tell. It's still there though. Well, we got rid of their shyness. Now over here, You foreigners. I'm a worldwide intendant. I exchange student. I was an exchange student and traveled to a country that was known as an economic superpower. My name is Igo Stickay. Let me know if I can do anything for you. Shall I loan you some money? No, because he charges you like ridiculous interest. I don't feel strange about it at all. Please ask me anytime. He acts as the ATM, but it's just like the ATM in Deep Darkness. He'll charge you interest, and it's totally not worth it. Yeah, and they couldn't stand being up above, so they decided to leave. But apparently there's dinosaurs down here, so it was a stupid choice. Let's play store, Mike. Now, here is the ultimate bat. It is probably the third or fourth most powerful equipment for NES. This is a holy fry pan, most powerful equipment for Apollo. Shiny coin, very good for Jeff. And all of these are just healing items. It's actually a good idea to go ahead and teleport out of here. Get some money at a nearby town and just go through the trouble of teleporting back to Lost Underworld, and there you go. You don't have to go through Deep Darkness anymore. Well, let's see. No, I didn't mean to talk to you again. Stupid earthquake. Making me waste time. PSI. Teleport. Yes, you can go to Underworld. And apparently Tenda Village? I just teleported to Deep Darkness. I could have teleported to Tenda Village the whole time. But they told us there was a rock underground. Well, this is the guy you're supposed to talk to. You finally came, Ness. Finally, you can talk to me. Listen, Ness, I'm going to tell you something very important. You may want to take notes. Ready? You're the chosen one. No shit, Sherlock! Your destiny is not only yours. It is the destiny of the whole universe. There will be a time in which all of you in the universe will overlap each other. It's not necessary to understand now. Do you remember Giant Stepanonet? That was one of your sanctuary. It is bond which gives you power. It allows you to realize all your skills. There was a monster that protected it. That monster was influenced by the power of the place. You must have beaten those monsters. You must reach all the 8 power spots in the world. When the Soundstone records the melody of all 8 power spots, you can finally see your world. I'll tell you all of the power spots. 1. Giant Stepanonet. Lilliput Steps in the Peaceful Rest Valley near Twassen. Milky Well and Grapefruit Falls in Saturn Valley. Rainy Circle, found by Jeff and Winters. Magnet Hill, at the edge of the city of Forsyth. Pink Cloud, which Poos knows. 7. And Lumine Hall, where the shining lichen lives in the cave. So those are lichen? I thought they were light brights. 8. A new place is now going to be open up to you. Fire Spring, located southwest of here. Listen to the melodies of all 8 power spots. If you do not fail, you may upset Giga's plans. Understand this? The time will come. The time when the destiny of you and the whole universe will overlap. It is fast approaching. Well, that was a pointless prophecy. 'Cause guess what? We already know everything you just said, except for fire sprays, which we can pretty much find out just by traveling around this area. So that rock was kind of pointless. But, anyways, there's a few more. Before I end this video, I'm actually gonna teleport afterward. But there's a couple things I want to show about the video. Don't know what it's talking about. Jabbers away, yeah, I know. It's kind of pointless. Do. No, I believe up here is basically the red geyser which heals status conditions, but I think there is a Tenda who is outside of a cage. Yeah, red water. Just like the trolling videos of Zeki Zek. What's with all this red water? I don't know what episode that was, but there should be a Tenda around here. Like outside the cage. I could be wrong, but anyways, here's a cave right here. This is not the fire spring, but it is pretty interesting nonetheless. Wow, I can move faster now. Seems to be a wreckage down there. A weird spiral that reminds me of the entrance to Magic Head in Mother 1. Seems to be land up here and pretty interesting music. Well, this song is actually called Cave of the Past. Or no. Yeah, this is basically called the Cave of the Past. And this comes into importance in the game much later, and I can't really tell any more about it because it's actually a major spoiler. Though many of you guys pretty much could already know what that place is. Nope. Funny, I just used all of my most powerful PSI moves and it took it down in one turn. Didn't even get the opportunity to attack. Now I swear there is a Tenda that tells you something important plot-wise, even though that you don't even have to talk to him. I swear he exists. Now, this present right here, very important. It's the Cloak of Kings. Third equipment for Pooh. Let's give that to Pooh. And Pooh, actually no, it's the final item. Great, now Pooh is perfectly, fully equipped. That is awesome. I swear there is one more Tenda here. And he tells you something very important, even though that you do not have to talk to him. I don't think it's that guy down there, but I'll talk to him anyways. So I can relax, except now I can't get it. Okay, what? Okay, wrong one. You can get me because of the trees. Now, I swear there was one other Tenda that tells you about a fat boy who was running through here. But I think I could be completely wrong. I think that it may very well just be part of my imagination. Because I could have sworn he was like outside the boss's cage. Well, refuge is actually what they call it. I'm just wasting this video trying to find one Tenda. Especially since I already said on what he says. But I swear that he exists. And he's somewhere around this area. Again, I could be completely wrong. In fact, I'm starting to get to the point in which I know that I'm wrong. No, there he is, I was right. Just as I said I was wrong, I was right. A chubby obnoxious kid from some foreign country said something here hard tending. So I'm healing my wounds in the hot springs. I guess Pokey is still alive, and he's apparently taken the phrase, I'll say something so nasty it'll cut you like a knife, a bit too literal. In other words, he freaking stabbed a tender.
But apparently Pookie is still alive.
But anyways, let's not worry about it too much because we're near the end of the game. Pokey is the least of our concerns. I'm just gonna go ahead, teleport out of here, and teleport back. I'm just gonna go ahead, use an ATM, and then buy those ultimate equipment. And well, I guess I'll see you guys next time when I get everybody fully upgraded. I will see you guys then.